Joining us right now is a person who has very recently shifted or made the switch from her old party to a new party. Khushbu Sundar has quit Congress. Thank you very much, Khushbu ji, for joining us to answer some questions. I'm not going to bore you with asking you, lots of details because what's past is behind you. You've joined BJP. But just that one question on why you chose to leave the Congress party. We've read your letter to Sonia Gandhi. You seem to mention about some leaders who did not know the real situation on the ground. Would you like to explain the circumstances in which you quit?
Things have not been going right for quite some time in the party is what I personally believe in. The way it has been functioning, the way we are not able to reach out to the leadership, the way few of the people in between, because they want to maintain that they are the power holders in the party in certain positions. They do not want the other people to give out the real problems at the ground level, what the party is facing or the cadres are facing. And this thought, in fact, my letter to Sonia ji was ready much before this pandemic lockdown. And I wanted to come in person to Delhi and hand over the letter to Sonia ji, because I joined the party in her presence. And I wanted that respectability to be given to Sonia ji. And unfortunately, because of the lockdown, I couldn't make it. But then I think over these few months, it made it very difficult to function. I wouldn't go into the detail, but all I would like to say is, I have given 6 years to this party, worked day and night, given everything I have. Left the time I could spend with my family, being with them, defending the party, whether right or wrong, whether I agree to it or not. I have been defending the party. But today when I leave the party, my TNCC president comes up with a statement saying that we never saw her as a party leader. We always saw her as an actress. This is what she's known as. This is where it makes it very clear as to where the party is headed and the kind of people are chosen to lead the party. The misogynist mind thought, the misogynist and patriarchy ideas that a woman cannot be above them, a woman cannot dictate terms, and a woman who's probably much more successful than them, who's capable of pulling in a crowd at every meeting without paying the audience. If this is what I face, then you can understand. And unfortunately, this comes when you have a party president who's a woman herself.
No, Khushbu ji, are you trying to say that some people in the Congress used to pay the crowds for them to gather? That you were a distinction?
I'm not say that it happens only in Congress. It happens in every party. You have to accumulate the crowd. It's not about Congress alone. I'm saying that this is the mindset of the people you have. So, sure. With that one sentence, fine, I'm an actor. They knew I'm an actor, a very, very successful actor for that matter when I joined the party. A very, very successful person individually when I started fighting for the party, defending the party at every given opportunity. But this is the mindset. And how do you expect a woman to work?
If Congress, you accuse the Congress party of not listening to the cadre, not listening to you, right? How is the BJP going to be any different? Because as a spokesperson of the Congress, I think you also on many occasions must have questioned the BJP for being authoritative, where people are not allowed to speak their mind and just follow a diktat.
Yes, I have. See, I was under circumstances where I was working for a party, and being the national spokesperson of the party I was with earlier, I definitely had to abide by the guidelines which were given to me by the party. So there are many times where probably I would have spoken where it was not in my capability, but I had to because that was a compulsion. But not everything is about compulsion here. I have been a very strong vocal person about my ideas, my ideologies. So I'm not going to blame the government. I'm not going to blame the Congress completely and say that I did what I did because of Congress alone. A couple of the ideas were my own. But then I think you get carried away when you're in a party and you think that these kind of messages, when you're sent across to the ruling party from an opposition, probably you will be appreciated. I think it's just the flow you go along with. I mean, I'm not going to say that I regret what I said, but I would say that it was a mistake. I shouldn't have gone so brutal.
No, but then, Ms. Sundar, see, the point is now people will say that you will be under compulsion to say things that will go with this party, just like you were under compulsion under the Congress.
No, you know, the thing is, when you are with the opposition party, you have to find faults with a ruling party with a magnifying glass, whether you find a fault or not. So it's like, you know, there's a saying, एक छोटे पत्थर को आंखों के सामने रख लो, बहुत बड़ा नजर आता है. You push it away, it's a really tiny piece of a stone. So I think we were looking at it like that.
So you were keeping in the Congress, the Congress tries to keep every issue related to the government very close to their eye so as to magnify the problem.
I think every opposition does that, not Congress alone. It's not about national politics alone.
I'm happy that you are very pragmatic about this.
Sorry?
I'm saying I'm very happy that you're very pragmatic about this, that everybody does it.
Everybody
it's very nice to hear this.
I mean,
everybody
we have seen BJP targeting Congress. So I think every party which is in opposition does it.
Well, your new party will not like this, Ms. Sundar.
No, we have done it. I mean, we have done it. We all do it.
Oh.
But the most important thing is you need to understand what is very important. I mean, we have seen the same BJP, and I've always maintained, we have seen the same BJP in Atal Bihari Vajpayee's times. We have seen the same BJP prior to that. I mean, you cannot function like this. Today, for such a long time, if Congress is in opposition, is because they do not want to see the reality.
Okay.
You cannot live in make-believe world. You cannot. Politics is not about a make-believe world. You need to hit out with the realities.
Let me ask you a couple of quick questions before I let you go. What do you propose to do in the BJP, Ms. Sundar?
I've just joined the party today.
No, but you must have had some, you must be having some idea, no? Some vision for yourself, some idea what you could not do in Congress.
Vision for myself, everybody wants to grow. I want to grow. I'm here in the National Party because I definitely do want to grow. But what kind of a role I'll be playing in taking the party forward in Tamil Nadu, that because BJP is something which is, just trying to find a foothold in Tamil Nadu. And I must say that the state leader, the state president of Tamil Nadu for Bharatiya Janata Party, Mr. Murugan, is really doing a good job in such a short span of time. The way he is motivating the people, the way he is going and meeting everybody else. So I think it's not very forward.
Ms. Sundar, the reason why I asked you this question, because your erstwhile party, your former party, the Congress party, has been wiped out in Tamil Nadu. Let's be absolutely honest, for over 4 decades, they are nowhere in sight. I don't know whether there is a strong cadre also or not, but as far as the BJP is concerned, things are pretty much the same. I don't think BJP has a very strong cadre or a base. It's either DMK or ADMK. So what's the strategy for the elections? 2021.
Rome was not built in a day. Give us some time. We have just started working on it. I've just joined. It's the first day. I'm going to do the best I can do to take the party forward.
Will the party be in an alliance in Tamil Nadu?
I'm not in a position to say that. I've just joined today, so I do not.
Okay, let me ask an easier question, Ms. Sundar. A little tricky but easier question. How do you like EPS and OPS?
How do I like EPN and OPS? As a person who's from Tamil Nadu, I think I will give them quite. Again, in fact, just last week, Mr. EPS, the Honorable Chief Minister, was nominated again as the Chief Minister for the oncoming election. I congratulated him for being nominated again by the party. So I share a healthy relationship with AIDMK also. So I don't have a personal problem with AIDMK. But I think it's finally the party heads who are going to decide as to whether the alliance with the AIDMK will be there or not be there.
Okay. My final question.
I don't have an issue at all with Mr. EPS or OPS.
Sure. Thank you so much for joining us here, and all the best for your new role and your new assignment. Thank you so much for joining NDTV.
Thank you very much.